Hi, my name is Majesty. Welcome to Minutes with Majesty. I think that's kind of what I'm going for now. I haven't decided exactly on a name for the podcast yet. I also don't know where I'm going to be uploading this. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I also want you guys to take into consideration that this podcast is just mainly for shits and giggles. And while I will be discussing some important topics, throughout the time of this podcast, it will usually be used as more of like an outlet or something fun. And also that's something that people can listen to while they wind down as well. And if they want to just listen to someone like minded or they want like a certain person's point of view, then I would say like I'm kind of your go to girl. So I will start off by pinpointing some demographics about me, which will allow you to decide whether or not you want to listen to me talk for however long I decide I'm going to talk every single episode I do. This is episode 0, I would say, because I'm not really going to be talking about anything except for myself. Yeah. So my name is Majesty Davis. I am 20 years old. Gross, yuck. I have extreme problem with aging, so if you hear me bring up my age in a couple episodes and I don't like it, just mind your business. I am currently a college student. I probably won't say which college. Like, I mean, for the most part, if you're listening to the podcast, you probably will be going to school with me because, like, you guys are the main people I would tell about it. But also, unless you guys really feel like the name of the college I go to is necessary, then I really won't say what college it is, I guess. I don't know, maybe for safety reasons. Who knows? Who cares? Whatevs. I am a social work major. I am a first year, and this is my second semester. I did start college when I was 20 years old. So what happened was when I was 16 years old, I went to a school that was just a bit racist. So I decided to leave that school and take, take some time, I guess, to myself. So I left that school and I went to a continuation school, which allowed me to graduate early. So I graduated when I was 16. And from there, I went to Texas to just visit with my grandmother. And then I got stuck out there because COVID happened. And so after all of that happened, I decided, well, if I'm going to be stuck in one place, I might as well do something with my time in my life. So I decided to go to cosmetology school, which I liked a lot. I enjoyed it very much. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I'm trying to learn to promote myself on the prowl for business. So I guess this would kind of be like a little promotion episode too, whatever. I'll probably link my Instagram for my hair page in the description. I'm currently on the hunt for a job in a salon because I like to be a full service stylist, and I feel extremely bad when I can't like wash someone's hair or put them under the dryer or anything like that. I feel like it just makes me really sad and depressed, and I just want to be able to have like a really cute fun job, and I find being a cosmetologist as a really cute fun job, so it's not stressful and I really like it. Sorry, I got off topic. After I left cosmetology school, I decided to move back in with my mom. And then, well, I lied. I didn't decide. I got kicked out, so I had to move back in with my mom. And then I should have went to community college, and I'm really kind of regretting that I didn't. But I didn't. Who cares? Whatever. And I decided to work instead. And then recently in 2023, I was like, whoa, like I was interacting with one of my clients, and everything that she was saying, like I was just resonating with so hard. And I was like, whoa, like I really want to do your job. So she was a social worker, and I asked her all about social work and everything, and she told me and explained everything to me, and I just like fell in love with the idea of that career. So I decided to go to college for social work, and I am currently trying to get my bachelor's. I'm applying for the BSW program this semester. Woohoo! And hopefully I will get into the bachelor's program, because if I do, then I'll be able to graduate with my bachelor's and my master's in 2027, because I want to just get everything out of the way. Instead of just graduating with only a bachelor's in 2027, I'll have my bachelor's and my master's, and I'll be all set and ready to go to start my career in the field, and I will only be 25. God damn. That's old as shit. Fuck. Anyway, I do curse a lot. Not a lot, but a lot of my vocabulary does include curse words. So if you're one of those people that finds cursing unladylike or you hate it, then you might not want to listen to what I have to say, because I consider cursing to be a part of the English vocabulary. I think it helps get your point across sometimes, and there's just not enough fancy words in the world to express how you're feeling when you want to call someone a bitch. Let's be real. Yeah. I also do low-key suffer from, like, not slang language, but I guess you could say slang language or TikTok language or abbreviated language or Ebonics. A lot of people call it AAV now, but it was originally called Ebonics. Because I feel like even though I can't articulate things very well and I can give you a very educated response, or a response that you feel is educated, I should not have to change the way that I talk for you to get what I'm saying, because I can get the point across the exact same way. So, yeah. And also, this is going to be my podcast, my platform, so I can say whatever I want, however I want. And if you don't like how I'm saying it, then you can request it nicely in the comment section. And if you can't request it nicely in the comment section, then I won't be doing it and you can go to hell. And even if you do request it nicely in the comment section, I will try my hardest. But for some episodes, it might be just a little necessary to just keep it short and sweet and cute. Yeah. My favorite color is pink. I don't know if that matters, but my favorite colors are pink, black, white, turquoise, and gold, in that order. I would consider my fashion style alternative. I like to think of it as alternative 90s gilf, because I do like the idea of a kind of like 90s hoochie look, but I also like the idea of like the alt goth look. And then I just like the idea of dressing like a grandma, because it's cute and comfortable and sweet. And every now and then I do like the ethereal kind of vintage look, but I just don't really have the money to dress like that all the time. So I won't say that I refrain from doing it, but I just don't have the capabilities to do so. I am a plus size person. Oh, guess this is important. My pronouns are she, they, he, in that order as well. I don't mind whichever one that you choose, but keep the he to a minimum. It does spark joy in my heart to hear it, but also I don't really like being associated with a man too much. Unless you're thinking of like a really, really fancy, well-dressed man. But when you say he and you think of me and you think of like a really dirty, nasty, grimy man, you can keep that he. You can put it in your back pocket and you can set that pocket on fire. Yeah. I have 2 bunny rabbits. They're so adorable and I love them so much, and they're my children. Their names are Parsnip and Marshmallow. Marshmallow is a boy and he's a white Holland Lop. And Parsnip is a black and white, I think spotted English something. I can't really remember the name. I need to do more research so I can be aware of that, because it makes me feel like a really bad rabbit parent. Unfortunately, when I came to college, I did have to leave them with my mother, because as a first year, if you go somewhere out of state, you have to live in the dorms. Or at least that's how it is in the state that I went to. I'm not sure if that's everywhere, but to my knowledge, I think it kind of is. So yeah, there's them. I am currently working on trying to find a job. Ooh, if you have any job recommendations, put it, link it, send it, because your girl is on the grind, on the hunt, struggling, looking. Because I want to get an apartment and I want to move off campus. So then when I get off campus, I'll be able to grab my rabbits and have them with me. And we'll just be able to have such a fun, cute time. And I'll love it so much. I'm trying to think. I'm currently trying to teach myself how to longboard again because I just think it's really cool, and I also hate having to like struggle to get around campus, or like waking up super late and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be really, really, really late to my class because I don't have like any means of transportation. So yeah, but if I have a skateboard or my longboard, then I'll be able to just like zoom zoom and get across campus as fast as possible, and I won't be super super duper late to my class. Um I am currently taking biology. Let me look, actually. I'm not sure if this would help anyone, but if anyone is taking some of these classes and, you feel like your curriculum is the same, then we can just like chat it up. I'm taking biology, the basic level of biology, the basic level of communications, the basic online version of the basic level of political science, the basic level of psychology, the basic level of sociology, and the basic level of English as well. So if you're taking any of those classes, no matter what school you're at, or if you are in community college, or if you are thinking about going to college in general, you can always just let me know and I could give you that information and help you. Because I would love to, and I love the idea of tutoring and teaching people. So yeah, I am obsessed with sexual and reproductive health, so that's something that you can reach out to me about as well. And I am on a cute little fitness journey. So if you want some help that's not too pressurized, or not too like, I don't want to say like pushed in the media, but like not too pushed in the media, like you're doing this wrong and and like you're tired of reading all of the TikTok comments and Instagram comments with the gym language that you don't really understand, you can feel free to reach out to me, or you can request an episode on strictly fitness, and I wouldn't mind just sitting up here talking about fitness and my fitness journey and like pros and cons of different kinds of fitness levels as well with you guys. Yeah. I'm trying to give as much information as possible so you can kind of get a feel of who I am and get to know me. So if I'm going a little too fast, then I would like to apologize. I do talk a little fast because I'm from Texas, and I know you probably can't tell because my accent got gentrified by California. Sorry. But every now and then the accent does jump out, so, you might catch a little bit of that. Just a little bit to make you feel better. But I do talk extremely fast, and I also talk before I think, so even if my brain tries to give my mouth, sorry, not my mind, my mouth time to process it, it just kind of comes out, and I'm very blunt and honest. So there's that. I also think that it will really help, especially like with trying to find a target audience, because I will tell you guys a little jokey joke, but I will never tell you a lie, just like that man said. Because yeah, lying is disgusting and gross unless you're lying for a good reason. And I have no good reason to lie to you guys on a podcast, because why would I do that? You guys can't even see my face. And I know recorded podcasts are all the wave nowadays, but I probably won't be doing a like recorded facial podcast because I don't really like the way that I look when I talk into a microphone. And that doesn't make any sense, but to me it does. Yeah. I have really short hair. I am currently on like a little hair journey trying to grow my hair out so I can get a nasty, sexy, dirty white boy mullet. And when I say nasty, I just mean like in the context of not how it looks, but I guess whenever people see like rednecks with mullets, they're like, ew, yuck. But I think it's kind of ew, yuck, sexy. I don't mind it. I think it's really cute. And if you have a dirty white boy mullet, then you should send pictures, because that will give me inspiration for mine. And I just am so excited to have one. I also do dye my hair quite a bit. It is fried, even though I'm a cosmetologist. But stick with me, stick with me. My hair gets done last, so I couldn't care less about it. And there are lots of cosmetologists out there who would agree with me that sometimes your hair gets done last, so you just have to do what it does and work with what you have to work with. And I also like to express myself through my hair, so I have no problem shaving my head and starting over. I personally think that I look very gorgeous with a bald head. So even if I do damage my hair beyond repair, I know that I can just shave it off and grow it back. And a lot of people are always like, you need to stop doing that because one day it won't grow back at all. But I actually wouldn't mind that because I like how I look bald. So yeah, there's that as well. Right now my hair is blue. I am going down a color rainbow wheel. I've done this once before, but now I've been trying to do it with more like pastel colors, and not so bright or like neon, because the first time I did it, it was extremely bright or neon. Or I guess you could say like basic shaded of the colors, just like the basic rainbow shade or whatever. So yeah, the color is blue right now. Next time it will be green, and I'm currently matching my nails to go with my hair. So there's that. What else? I also have tattoos and piercings. I am a tattoo piercing girly. I'm more of a piercing gal than I am a tattoo gal. I have more piercings than tattoos, and I will end up having more piercings than tattoos when I'm finished getting all of the ink and modifications that I want. I currently am standing at, let me take a look. Sorry, I have a lot of notes, by the way. I love taking little notes because I have OCD and I like to keep things organized. So there's that as well. I am currently standing at 16 piercings in total, and I want 30. So I have just a couple more to go. And it does make it a little hard because some places don't really do the piercings that I want anymore. So I have to be like really on the hunt, on the prowl. And also getting piercings costs money. And it's more of like a luxury money than I guess I have the money, I'll spend it kind of thing. So I haven't gotten a piercing in a while. But I am itching for one because I just recently took my bridge piercing out. Moment of silence for the bridge. Okay, I just took my bridge piercing out, and it made me really sad and depressed because I feel like I look like a loser and I have nothing interesting going on about myself and my face anymore, even though a lot of people say that I do. But I just think that my bridge piercing was my focal point and it grounded me, and I'm just really sad about it. And if you're a piercing girly, then you will understand what I'm saying, and you wouldn't think that I sound like a total loon. Yeah. What else? I am black. I don't know if I mentioned that. I am African American or Black American, whatever you prefer to call yourself. I don't really mind. I just say that I'm black because that's what I am. I did take an ancestry DNA test, and I guess I can share those results with you guys because why not? That's kind of fun, right? You know, and I highly encourage, if you don't know your ancestry or your history and you feel like your parents are just one of those black people that lie about being mixed with stuff to sound interesting, which unfortunately a lot of black people do, or not, and not even just black people, but a lot of races get their heritage mixed up because it gets passed down wrong, or a lot of people like to think the idea of being mixed with something makes them interesting, so they pass this down and this down and this down until it gets mumbled and jumbled. And even if you do have a small percentage of whatever that is that they're passing down, the chances of you actually having such a humongous lineage to claim that will be very rare. This might make me lose listeners, but I do believe in like the quarter drop rule. I'm more like 50%, 50. I believe in the 50%, 50-50. But I feel like if it's not in like quarters or like 25s or like 20s, then it's kind of a waste, kind of just like claiming like, oh, like I'm 10% white. Like that's kind of like useless. It doesn't really do much, I guess, in my opinion. It really doesn't do anything. So I just, yeah, whatever. But I will read you guys my ancestry tests results. I am also trying to get a 23andMe DNA test. So if anyone has any results on that, please let me know, because I really am interested in seeing the difference and the contrast between the two tests to kind of pinpoint a whole lot of more things that I have going on. Okay, so 32% Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples, 23% Nigeria, 16% Ivory Coast and Ghana, 15% Mali, 3% Sweden and Denmark, 2% Nigeria East Central, 2% Germanic Europe, 2% Scotland, 1% Benin and Togo, 1% Southern Bantu peoples, 1% Eastern Bantu peoples, 1% Indigenous Americas North, 1% Ireland. So, yeah, there's that. I always like to joke, like, maybe that's why I'm light-skinned, like, all that little European slavery ancestry history. Like, it's a good percentage, just a little percentage, I think, to kind of mix it up. Sorry. I also have a lot of random outbursts of things, and I do change the depth of my voice, but I'm trying to stop doing that because I feel like it makes people uncomfortable, and a lot of people kind of complain and say like, oh, you're too intense and all this stuff, which, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, if you say that to me, I actually want to kill you, and it makes me really upset, and that's really bad language. Sorry, not kill you, but it makes me really upset when people say that because I feel like maybe, I don't know, I haven't really evaluated my personality in a long time, but maybe I am too intense, but that's just not a nice thing to say to someone. Like, oh my gosh, you're too intense. Like, am I too intense, or do you just not have enough personality to keep up with me and match with me? Now, if I am being too intense, then yeah, by all means, pull me to the side and say, maybe, we could just chill out a little bit because you are acting a little bit over the top. But to just say in front of a random group of people, like, oh my gosh, you're too intense, like, you need to chill, it's kind of rude as fuck. And I hope that someone tells you that you're underwhelming. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I did the awkward silence. I am a vegetarian. I will be talking about vegetarian. I know that I did put up like a little poll on Instagram of topics, and someone did request that as a topic. So if you want to learn more about vegetarianism, then I'm your girl. Please keep in mind that I am not a vegan, so I cannot educate you, nor can I help you on your journey to veganism if you are a vegan. That is not what I am. I'm a vegetarian. I'm also not a pescatarian. I do not eat any meat. Please, chicken is meat and so is seafood. I don't eat it. That might sound really rude, but I hate when people ask me stuff like that because you could just pick up a book and read. But you know what? I digress because that was kind of mean too. Sorry for being really rude. I also have a tendency to say things that might be a little mean or controversial, so I will apologize immediately after because I acknowledge that it's not a very nice thing to say, and I pride myself on being really nice. Yeah. I will also try to have special guests, and like, I know like people think like, oh my gosh, special guests, like a famous person. Like, I doubt a famous person will ever want to come on this podcast, so please don't hold your breath. But just people like within campus and maybe even off campus, or like people that can tune in over the phone. If you want to tune in over the phone, like, I'll probably make like a whole little page for this if it gets to that point where people are actually interacting and engaging with it. And I can like maybe like call you on Instagram or something and get you included in the chat, in the in the conversation. But I would like to have special guests, especially when it's like certain topics of things that I can just speak to and give my opinion on and give a little joke about, but I don't know like the full depth of it. Like, I wouldn't get on here and talk about like a fraternity because I've never been in a fraternity or a sorority, but I can still, of course, I give my little input, feedback, thoughts, jokes, whatever. But it would be nice to have someone that's actually like within an organization like that to talk about it, because I don't know anything about it and that's not really my business, not my tea. Or like student athletes, like I'm not a student athlete, so I would most likely have to ask one like, oh, do you want to be on my podcast? And if they say no, then they're ugly. Yeah. We are getting to the 25-minute mark. I think that I will try to keep episodes no longer than 45 minutes, unless you actually want an episode that long. But I feel like at that point, if I was going to do something like that, I would rather turn it into like a stream. And if you have any suggestions on streaming, then please let me know. Because I would love to do that and get more into YouTube and everything. But yeah, I won't keep you guys here too long. And, I can't really, it's going to be on your phone. You can just say, oh, this bitch's voice is annoying and click off. But, I want to say have a good day, have a good night, have a good life, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, whenever I put another episode. Sorry. I also don't have a date on when I'm going to be doing this or uploading it, but Saturdays probably would be the best day to record and upload, because I'm gonna be honest, I know people like things that are like edited and stuff, but I want to keep mine raw, just for exposure and realness and for relatability reasons. So it will be raw, no editing. So yes, you'll hear me clicking the mouse to start the episode, and yes, you'll hear me clicking the mouse to end the episode. And if that annoys you, you know what you can do? Cut it off. Okay. Bye everyone. Big kiss. Mwah.